now we are right in front of the Chongqing building. You might ask, what is it actually? What is it known for? Maybe it doesn't look so spectacular, but the thing is, it's actually like a platform, and it's one of those that you enter that you think, oh, you're just on like your regular square on the same level, but it's supposedly known that when you look over the guardrail, that it makes a drop of like 40 levels or something. So it's one of those stories from Chongqing that you're at the same time on the ground level or at the same time on top of a humongous building. So on the bottom from the platform, it seems to be like an emergency or something with medical care. So it's just like an open space. It's not like an actual attraction, but it became an online attraction again. Freaking hot. Oh, that is quite a drop. So here indeed you have these bridges that you go from one building to another, but indeed over there it just looks like your regular plaza. If there's one thing you have to try when you are in Chongqing, it is obviously trying a HOTPOT. We haven't done so far, so it's our first time. So behind me, you can see the entrances to these former bunkers. They're from the war back in the day, but now they're transformed to in these long hallways filled with HOTPOT places. And it's supposedly a very cool concept. We saw it online and on TV, so we wanted to come check it out for ourselves, try HOTPOT. We don't really know where to start, so you'll come with us as we learn and try some things out. We're entering the bunker, and this is how it looks first. You have all these stalls on the side selling like tea, and I don't know what all of that is, like snacks. I assume we have to go deeper in. Even the toilets look funky and cyberpunkish. So we're definitely gonna take a half, which means the HOTPOT will be divided in two sides. One is spicy and the other one is tomato to make it more bearable for us. And here we have all kinds of things. I guess it's tea. And then we have to scan the code to check for ingredients. So let's see. The HOTPOT is already here because it needs to heat up. And as you can tell, we took one with two parts to make it more bearable for us.
fish and the papers apparently.
Okay, that's the base. Okay.
Or like it's like in there.
Ah, yeah. So the
I don't know what the oil does. It's like popular things.
Okay, that's good.
Recommend table musts, kind of. So now we have all this stuff.
So we made our selection. We have like a few meats, a lot of mushroom kinds, also some lotus root slices, beer, some tofu. So we'll see. We're gonna order now.
Yep.
Everything? Wow. They just delivered everything that we ordered, and it's quite a lot. So we have some kind of meatballs to play it safe, some tofu, shiitake mushrooms, some kind of a meat that is super popular and recommended. So we just took it. I have no idea what it is. There you see like lotus roots, some more mushrooms, and I think those are potato slices or something.
As you can tell, it's raining a little bit for the first time since we've been here in Chongqing, and we've just been to the HOTPOT place, which is inside of an old bomb shelter. So it's like really a huge long tunnel, which just seems endless, just keeps on going
It kept
and going.
on going. We had no idea it would be that like long at all.
And this was actually our very first, let's say, genuine HOTPOT experience, because we've done it in the past in Shanghai, where we just went as a group into a HOTPOT place, but we didn't really know what to do. I also think we didn't order as much like a proper meal. So this time we did the one here in Chongqing, and we took the one which is half-half. So you have one side is tomato broth, and the other one is like the classic really hot pot with chilies and like all kinds of spices in there.
Yeah, and at first we were a little bit afraid of it, but in the end we liked it the most. We got used to it, and
Yeah.
it was so delicious.
We were so afraid because we tried dishes here and they were so spicy and like just like unbearable to eat. Like at a certain point that everything just is spicy, you don't taste anything anymore, which wasn't the case actually now. We started to enjoy that specific broth the most.
So overall it was such a cool experience. The setting, we really liked the food, and it's just an experience really. It should be an activity on your itinerary.
It is. I would treat it as such. Obviously it was like more expensive compared to the typical food that you have here, but it makes sense because you get fresh ingredients, you get like a lot of liquids, so like a lot of broth with it, you get some oils and some tea, so it's like a whole package, and a lot of condiments as well, which you can choose from.
So we paid around 160 yuan, which is a little less than like 20 euros or dollars.
Yeah, which is kind of okay.
Very reasonable
like
to
the 10
people.
10 euros per person seems totally fine. So if you don't know what HOTPOT actually is, it's basically a pot with some broth in there. The broth you can choose, and this one for example, it was either spicy and tomato, so half-half, or spicy and a mushroom sauce or a mushroom broth of kinds. And then you choose like your meat, your veggies, everything you want to put in there, and you cook it in the hot pot. And some pieces, they take longer. So for example, we took some potato strings, they take a little bit longer to cook in there. If you put in meat, like those freshly cut, really thin slices of meat, you just put them in there like for bare seconds, like 5-10 seconds, and they're done. And then you have like sauces like oyster sauce and like garlic and like scallions, all that kind of stuff, which you can use to flavor it all. And I have to say, it was amazing. Like, I didn't expect it to be like this nice. And actually, I really enjoyed this hot pot. I wasn't like much in the mood for it or anything like that, but it turned out amazing.
Yeah. right now we are on a helipad on top of a skyscraper in the middle of Chongqing city, and it gives the most amazing view. It has obviously a 360 view of the city. You can see literally everything. We can see the raffles on one side, the river. It's incredible, and what we are astonished by the most is actually how little people are here. We would have thought this would be packed with people, but maybe it's still a hidden gem. I have no idea. Anyways, we can highly recommend coming here if you want amazing views of the city of Chongqing, and it has some amazing photo opportunities as well, obviously. Behind me you can see the famous clock tower from Jiefangbei. This used to be the highest point in Chongqing back in the day, and now this feeling that you get here is a little bit the Times Square of Chongqing, I would call it. It's filled with neon lights, flashy stores, eateries, the big brands, everything is around. And what they also say is that it's actually the best area to stay for your first time in Chongqing, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're staying right around the corner, and we're so close by from everything, within walking distance from Bai Road, which is filled with street food, and we can highly recommend. It's really fun. You have really nice hotels here, and we will show you our view later on. Chongqing, you will notice that they're trying to sell you these picture photo shoot options. Like there are people everywhere just like hustling, trying to sell you to take a photo shoot at these photo spots. And yeah, you can go nowhere almost by being spoken to by these people. It's really, I don't know. I don't know.